Good morning, divine ones. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to do a short live today because I'm here now with my baby, waiting for him to come out of his appointment, and God gave me a word. He gave me a word. He actually gave me this word when I first woke up this morning. Hey, my cousin. Hey, Khalil. But God gave me this word when I first woke up this morning. God said, He said, people are not looking for you. People are not looking for you. I know a lot of times it's so easy for us to just focus on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to focus on ourselves. We just want to focus on, just trying to keep our little house in order. We just trying to, make sure our house eat. We just trying to make sure we good. We just trying to make sure our kids good. Life is a struggle every day. You gotta get it out the mud. You gotta get it how you live. This is the type of stuff that we've been taught all our life. We think that this thing is about us. Well, I came to bust a couple people's bubbles today because it's not about you. This is what God told me. It's not about you. He said, the people are not looking for you. They're looking for what you carrying. What are you carrying? See, you didn't know that you was carrying something, did you? You didn't know that you was carrying something. Don't you know that every human being that is walking this planet, that is walking planet Earth right now, you were born with a gift? Did you know that? Don't you know that if you don't self-educate, if you don't educate yourself on your purpose, your potential, your power, don't you know that the world is not going to tell you this? The world is not going to educate you on how powerful you are. The world is not going to tell you that you were born with a gift. The world is not going to tell you that you are more than a conqueror, that greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The world is not going to tell you this. So I'm telling you this, that greater is he that is in you. You are more than a conqueror. You can do all things. You can do all things through Christ Jesus. With God, all things are possible. But this is what I want to tell you guys, because I only got a few minutes before my baby come out. This is what I want to tell you. If you don't take anything else from this live, this is what I want you to take from this live. People are not looking for you. I'm sorry. They're not. They're not looking for you. People are looking for what you are carrying. They are looking for what you are carrying because you are carrying a gift on the inside of you, in your belly, in your spirit. I'm talking about way down in there. You might have piled a whole bunch of junk up on top of it. Life may have beat you down. You may have had a hard life. You may feel like it ain't nothing to you, but guess what? It is something to you. It's something in there. There's a gift in there. And I'm here to tell you that people are not looking for you. That's why you don't have any significance in the world. That's why you feel like you just like everybody else, because you have not found your gift. Once you find your gift and you manifest your gift, I'm talking about what you was born to do. I ain't talking about what you get up and go hit a clock and do every day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your gift. I'm talking about your purpose. I'm talking about what you were born to do. And everybody wasn't born to minister. That's just one gift. That everybody's not going to be able to sing. That's just one gift, okay? We got to stop thinking about gifts as singing and ministry and playing instruments. It's more than that. Some people are really good with kids. Some people have I know my mother is like this. Miss Sabrina is like this. Miss Sabrina Knight. I've never met a child that came in her presence that wasn't touched by her. She's like the baby whisperer. She's like the child whisperer. You know what I'm saying? Like, a child could spend one time with her and they just fall in love with her because she's so good with kids. She's so good with children. And that's what I want to tell y'all, that you got to think about gifts as more than just ministry and singing and playing instruments. Some of you guys are really good with children. That could be your gift. Whatever it is. Some of y'all cook real good. Cooking ain't my gift. Let me just tell you, I'll do something when I got to, but cooking ain't my gift. I'm gonna let y'all have that. But Yeah, like, you know, some of y'all can cook cakes. You just, you don't know. You could be the next Marie Callender walking around here. You don't even know that. You don't even know that. You got to start thinking about what it is that you can do, that you do really, really well. You do really, really well, and you're really, really good at it. You're really, really good at it. And you love the way you feel when you do it. That's what I tell people. People that are like, well, how can I know what my gift is? I don't know what my gift is. I don't know what I'm gifted to do. I don't know what I'm called to do. Well, it's not that hard to find out, love. Whatever you were called to do, whatever your gift is whatever you enjoy doing. Because if you're working on a job and you're not enjoying it, you ain't got no peace. When the alarm clock goes off in the morning, this is how you know your gift. This sun is really bright this morning. Thank God for the sun. But this is how you really know your gift. When the alarm clock goes off in the morning, some of y'all work at night. When the alarm clock go off at night in the morning, are you happy to get up? Are you happy to get up? Do you get up with running in your feet? Because you can't wait to go do that thing. Because if you going somewhere that you dread going to, you going somewhere that you hate to go to, you dread going to the job. If it's Sunday night or if it's Monday or, you know, whatever day it is, the day before you got to go to work, the day before you got to start your work week, and you dread going to that job, that's not your gift. That's not your gift. So I'm here to tell you that life is too short. Life is too short. I'm sorry. It's too short. It's too short for you to be doing something that you're not happy with. If it's not your gift, you got to get out of that thing. Don't worry about nothing else. God already made provisions to fix everything. Everything is already worked out. It's already worked out. If you're not doing your gift, you better get in it. You better get into it. Who says that? I forgot who says that. They say, get into it. You better get into it, baby. You better figure out what your gift is. If you don't know what your gift is, guys, I offer free coaching sessions. Free coaching sessions. We'll do some spiritual deep dive and we'll figure out what your gift is. We're going to figure out what your calling is. We're going to figure out what you was born to do. Because people ain't looking for you. That's why you haven't been successful in your life. Because you think it's about you. It ain't about you. It's not about what you're doing. See, the enemy keep us with this mindset to where we think that we just go work on a job. If we just go work on a job and we just take care of our house and we just take care of our kids, if we could just get through the month, if we could just get through the week, if we could just get through the day. No, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get up in the morning ready to provide a service to people. This is how you become great. If you guys haven't listened to an episode of my podcast, you're missing out. You're missing out. I'm not trying to brag on nothing, but I'm just saying you're missing out. Because I talk about a lot of stuff on my podcast. I go in depth in the podcast. This is just a taste of what you get on the podcast. I mean, this live is just a taste of what you get. You're going to get the real thing when you on the podcast. You get the real thing. But in the podcast, I talk about how you got to manifest yourself, because people are not looking for you. Think about it. I use the analogy about picking fruit all the time, because we all know what that means. We all understand that. So when you go to a tree, you decide you want to go pick some plums. You got a taste for plums. You want plums. You just want some plums. I don't know why I want some plums today. You just wake up and decide that you want some plums. So you're going to go pick you some plums. Well, when you go to that tree, this is why I want to tell you guys that people are not looking for you. Because when you go to that tree and you get to that plum tree, right? When you get to that tree, what do? You had a taste for plums. When you get to that tree, what do you do? What are you looking for when you get to that tree? What are you looking for? When you get to that tree, do you stop and admire the tree? Do you say, oh, this is a nice tree. This is a nice tree. Oh, look at the branches. Oh, look how the branches just, oh, look at the branches. Look at the leaves. Look at the roots. Look at the roots. Oh, this tree is just marvelous. Do you marvel at the tree? No. No, you didn't come there for the tree. The tree is of no importance to you. You don't care about the tree. You're there for the fruit. Y'all don't hear me. Somebody get that later on. You ain't come for the tree. And people ain't coming for you. They're not looking for you. They're not looking for me. This is not about me. This is not about you. It ain't about none of us. It's about what can you provide to people? What kind of service can you give people? What kind of value do you add to people's lives? Because if you ain't add no value to nobody's life, you will never be successful. You will never be great. You're going to be just another social security number. You're going to work at a job you hate for the rest of your life. Then you're going to die from stress and heartache and pain from not reaching your potential, not being who you were born to be. You lived a defeated life. You so stressed out. That's where stress come from. When you work in your gift, when you find out what your gift is and you work in your gift, there is no more stress. You have no more problems. You have no problems because you will then see your problems as opportunities. Okay, this is an opportunity. This is not a problem. There's something that I need to learn from this. That's what when you can look at your problem as an opportunity, that's growth. That's growth. When you look at that problem and it don't give you that defeated spirit, when you look at that problem and say, okay, I hear you, Holy Spirit. Ask an empowering question. Ask an empowering question. See, y'all asking the wrong questions. Don't ask why me. See, when the storm hit your door, and if it ain't hit your door yet, just hold on a little bit longer. It's coming. I'm just saying. If the storm ain't hit your door yet, hold on a little bit longer, baby. He gonna be knocking after a while. It's coming. It's coming. I don't care how righteous you are. I don't care how good you live. I don't care how good your heart is. I don't care how good you treat folks. The storm coming. Do you hear me? It's coming. It's coming to your door. I don't care who you are. But see, it's not about the storm. See, life is 10% of what happens to you. Don't talk about your problems. Don't go tell nobody about your problems. Everybody got problems. Everybody has problems. Everybody has things that they are dealing with. Don't post about your problems. Don't talk about that stuff. This is what I had to learn. Don't talk about that stuff. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. Because, see, that's something that the enemy does. The enemy knows that if he can keep us so caught up on what we going through and what we dealing with and how depressed we is and how we lonely and how we ain't got this, we broke, we ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying, gossiping, small talking about nothing, just, you know what I'm saying, just joking all day long, ain't never serious about nothing. At some point in time, you got to take your life seriously. It's okay to laugh. I love to laugh. I love to joke. I'm probably, once you get to know me, you see that I'm one of the most, I'm a big joker. I love to joke. But the Bible says to everything there is a time and a season. And the Bible also says that when I was a child, I thought as a child, I acted as a child. But when I became a woman, I put away childish things. When I became a man, I put away childish things. It's time out for playing. Where's the fruit? Because they not looking for you. See, these people that we watch on TV, these people that we see living the lavish life, they famous, they doing this, they doing that. We watch these people on TV. We pay all this money to go see these people. We think so highly of these people. Don't you know that these people are no different from you? They are no different from you. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Oprah, whoever it is that you admire, whoever it is that you put on a pedestal, football players, whoever it is, they are no different from you. The reason why you sitting at home watching them on TV is because they manifested their gift. See, they understood that it was something that they were sent to this planet to do. They understood that they had a gift. See, that's why you the one sitting at home watching them. I'm just telling you the truth. They are no different from you. They are no different from you. But they had to do something. They had to take action. They had to step out on faith. They had to believe. Do you believe? Do you believe? They realized that people were not looking for them. See, They realize that greatness is a service. See, we think that when we look at LeBron James and when we look at, Kyrie Irving, and when we look at Michael Jordan, and when we look at these people that, are famous and are successful, when we look at these people, we think that they got it made. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think that they got it. We think that they got everything together. We think that they just living the best life. They so lucky. Ooh, they so blessed. Boy, if that was me. They so lucky. They so blessed. That's the way we think. But this is what I want to tell you guys. They are only successful because they realized that it was not about them. See, if they would have went into it with the mindset of thinking that this thing is about them, that they gonna get some money so they can stun on somebody, that they gonna get popularity so people can hate on them, so people can, they had to realize that they had a gift on the inside of them. They realized that they were carrying something. And I'm gonna tell you what they did. They disciplined themselves. They separated themselves from the masses. You got to separate yourself from the masses. If you want to be great, if you want to be one of those people on those platforms, you got to separate yourself. It's a lonely walk, baby, but you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to separate yourself from the masses. That's how you become great. Because if you keep doing what the masses, and when I say the masses, I'm talking about the multitude, the majority, what everybody is doing. You can't do what everybody else is doing. You're going to have to do something different. You can't keep doing the same things and expect a different result. It will never work. That is the definition of insanity. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. It's not going to happen. If you keep doing the same thing you always did, guess what? You're going to keep getting the same thing you always been getting. You got to come out of that comfort zone. Come out of there. I know it's comfortable. I know it's good and comfortable. It's cozy. You know what I'm saying? You good. But let me tell you something. It's crazy how life works. The more comfortable you get, the more danger you get in. The more comfortable you get, I'm talking about in the spirit. The more comfortable you get, and in the physical too. That could mean physical too. The more comfortable you get, you don't realize how much danger you in. You better get up and run. If you somewhere and you cozy there, if you whatever you doing, if you comfortable with what you doing, you feel like everything is good, you feel like your life don't need to change. Don't be like the foolish man in the Bible. Don't be like the foolish man in the Bible. The Bible says that he began to look at everything that he had, and he began to see everything he had, and he said, you know what? I got a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm paraphrasing this. He said, I got a whole bunch of stuff. I just got so much stuff. Oh, my storehouse is just loaded. The Bible says he had a surplus. He had more than enough. He had more than what he needed. He had all of this stuff. He said, you know what? I'm just going to take my rest. He got comfortable. He said, I got so much money. I got so much stuff. I don't need to do nothing else. I can just eat and be merry and just be happy and just kick back and be comfortable. I ain't got to do nothing. You know what happened? The Bible says God called him a fool. God said, you are a fool, thy fool. Because tonight, your soul is required. Tonight, your soul is required. And that's what I want to tell you guys. See, you got comfortable where you are. You comfortable where you are. You think that, okay, you know what I'm saying, the money that you're making right now is pretty good. You making pretty good money. But that ain't nothing compared to what God want to give you, baby. That ain't nothing compared to what he want to give you. But see, it's the mindset. It's the mindset. Your mindset is conditioned to believe that that's all the money that you worth. So you settle for it. You settle for it because you feel like that's all you worth. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your mindset because guess what? You don't get what you want. No, life don't give you what you want. Life gives you what you are. Life gives you what you deserve, what you earn, what you work for. You don't get what you want. Because like they say, the dream is free. Anybody can dream. The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. Are you going to hustle for it? You dreaming, but are you going to hustle for it? And let me tell you, if you're hustling for somebody else, that ain't it. That ain't where it's at. I'm talking about hustling for yourself. I'm talking about hustling in your gift. See? Because if you just hustling, you know what I'm saying? You just on somebody's job, or you just doing, you hustling, you putting all that hard work in to help somebody else make their dreams come true. You putting all that hard work in, you putting in all that effort to make somebody else's vision come to life. What about your vision? What you want to do? What about your vision? What do you dream about? What is your gift? What is your purpose? What did you bring to the planet? What can you do? Because if you put all that time into making somebody else's dreams come true and you never focus on yourself, you never focus on your dream. I said this on my Facebook page today. We think that the worst thing that can happen to you is to die. We think that death, because I used to think like this. I used to feel like, oh, Lord, I'm so afraid to die. Oh, my goodness. But don't you know, from the day that you are born, you start dying. Just as surely as you was born, you gonna die. That ain't the tragedy. We already know that. We know that's gonna happen. The sooner you come to terms with who you are, the sooner you become at peace with death. That does not say that you're ready to die or you gonna do nothing crazy. That just means that you know who you are. You know who you are, and you know what your gift is. You know why you're here. See, you know why you are here. So that's why I said that on my Facebook page this morning. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. We think the worst thing that happened to us is we gonna die. That's just horrible. That's just horrible. We think that that's just the saddest thing that could ever happen to you. That is not the saddest thing that could ever happen to you. It's not death. That's not the greatest tragedy in life. The greatest tragedy in life is life without a purpose. Life without a purpose. To be living and to be breathing oxygen, to have air in your lungs, and you don't know why. That's the tragedy. That's the tragedy. A life that was wasted. A gift that never manifested. A gift that never reached its potential. You got so much potential in you. I'm not on no motivational rant neither. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I don't care who you are. You got so much inside of you. You are carrying something. If you are watching this live, you are carrying something. You still here because you carrying something. You ain't still here to get up and go to nobody's job. You ain't still here, and that's fine if that's what you need to do. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not knocking that. That's fine. But what is your gift? What is your gift? People are not looking for you. They are looking for your gift. When you go to the plum tree, you're not admiring the plums. You're not admiring the tree. You don't care nothing about the tree. The tree worked so hard to bear that fruit. You had no idea how long it took that tree to bear them plums. You ain't even worried about that. You just want the plums. You just came to eat. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Like, it's not about you. It don't matter how long you've been working at your craft. How much work you done put in, how many sacrifices you done made. Don't none of that matter. Where's the fruit? Where's the fruit? Because when people come to your tree, they want something that they can eat. They want some fruit. They want something. You got to have something to give to people. You got to provide a service to people. That's how you become great. That's how you become successful. You provide a service to people. Them people ain't worried about you. And let me tell you something else. This is what I'm going to leave y'all with, because I'm about to get ready to go back in here and get my baby. This is what I want to leave y'all with. When you manifest your gift, when you find out why you were here, why you here in the first place, and why you were born, and what your gift is, when you manifest that gift, let me tell you something. The reason why I say you're not going to have no problems, guess what? You're not going to have no enemies neither. What enemies? What enemies? Because guess what? The people that hated your guts, they gonna come looking for your gift. They coming looking for the gift. I told you, when you go pick when you go pick them plums and pick that fruit, you ain't worried about the tree. You ain't studying the tree. You came for the fruit. That's why you got to get in your gift. Because when you get in your gift, baby, you ain't got no enemies. The enemies gonna come looking for the fruit. They ain't even gonna like you. They ain't even gonna like you. They don't even like you. They can't even stand you. But they want what you carrying. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. As my pastor would say, I'm preaching harder than y'all shouting. Your enemies gonna come looking for the gift. Baby, what enemies? You ain't gonna have none. They ain't even gonna know why they there. They probably had beef with you. They probably couldn't stand you. But when you manifest your gift, when you manifest that thing, I'm talking about when you work day and night to make it right. You got to work. You got to beat on your craft. You got to beat on your craft. You got to work on your gift every day. Do you hear me? Don't you sleep on it not one day. You find what it was that you were born to do. And you work on that gift day and night, baby, because that's where your success is. That's where the money is. The money is in your gift. But see, you're not going to get the money at first. See, it ain't going to come just like that. It ain't going to come just like that. That's why people get discouraged at. That's why people go and start back working on a job and they just forget about it. They don't even think about it no more. Some of y'all, your gift is your side hustle, your side hobby, what you do on the side. That's what you love to do. You don't like that job. You ain't really happy with that job. You want to do what you do when you get off. That's your gift. That's the gift. And I'm here to tell you that when you step out on faith and you do the gift, you manifest the gift, you work day and night to perfect that gift. You beat on your craft every single day. You perfect your craft every single day. You do research. You self-educate. You do what you need to do to manifest your gift. You ain't going to have no enemies. You're not going to have no enemies. You ain't going to have no money problems neither, because the money going to start coming. The money is already there. See, that's what you got to realize. God already blessed that. It's blessed. All you got to do is do it. Just do it till the money show up. It's going to show up. Trust and believe the money will show up, because the Bible says that a man's gift will make room for him in the world. It will bring you before great men. People that didn't even know you from a can of paint. When you get in your gift and you manifest your gift, they're going to know your name. They will know your name. Your name is going to come up in rooms that your feet ain't even walked in yet. Y'all don't hear me. I just gave you a prophecy. Somebody been looking for a prophecy. There you go. Your name is going to come up in rooms that your feet have not even walked in yet. Your feet ain't even be. When you manifest your gift, when you do what you were born to do, people on the other side of the world will be talking about you. They don't know why. They don't even know you. But it's that thing that you carrying. It's that thing that you got on the inside of you. They want more of that. They want more of that. Oh, I want some more. They can't get enough of the gift. They can't get enough. That's why we go give these people all our money. That's why we go to these people concerts. And that's why we pay for these people t-shirts, and we pay for that. We just can't get enough of the gift. We love the gift. We love the gift. That's why we keep going back to that plum tree, because we love the plums. It ain't about the tree. It ain't about you. People are not looking for you. They looking for the gift. They looking for the fruit. So if you got enemies, you done had some problems with your enemies, get in the gift. Get in your gift. Because when you get in your gift, you ain't got no enemies. You don't have any enemies. They probably tried to kill you last year. They probably tried to just tear your head off. Y'all probably been fighting all your life. All my life I had to fight. I got to fight every day to prove my love. They don't know why. They don't even like you, but they can't. They're drawn to the gift. They're drawn to the gift. The gift will make your enemies bless you. That's why you got to get in the gift. That's why you got to get in it. Get into it, baby. Get into it. Get into it. Because the gift will make your enemies bless you. God said, I have prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Your enemies can't touch you. They can't touch you. That's why you got to get in your gift. Because when you get in your gift, you will find that, it don't matter whether they hate you or not. A lot of people don't like me. I just don't like her. I don't know why. I don't like her. I've had people tell me before, I don't know what it is about you. I just don't like her. I just don't like her. I just don't know what it is about her. I just don't like her. And you will have situations like that. You will encounter people like that. But you can't worry about that. You got to get in your gift. See, I'm in my gift. I'm doing what I love to do. If I don't never make $1, I'm doing what I love to do. So it doesn't matter. But that's what you got to understand. Your gift is whatever you going to do for free. You love that thing so much you'll do it for free. Ain't nobody got to be watching you. Ain't nobody got to be talking about it. Ain't nobody got to be. You just doing it because you love to do it. You could do it every day. That's what your gift is. Your gift is what you will do for free. But that's what I'm here to tell you, baby. You ain't got to do it for free but a little while. It's just for a little while. It's just for a little while. Because God has already blessed the gift. He already blessed it, see. He already blessed it. So you got to do what he blessed. See, y'all over there trying to do something else. You over there trying to do something else. You was gifted to do hair, or you was gifted to babysit. You know what I'm saying? You was gifted to play the guitar, but you over there trying to beat the drums. You ain't gonna prosper in that. And don't be looking at nobody else and worrying about their gift. Don't worry about them folks. Don't worry about them folks. Find what your gift is. Find what your purpose is. Because the Bible says we all are here to dominate. We are all here to rule and subdue and have dominion. We ain't here to be in competition with nobody. So take your eyes off of everybody else. Don't look at nobody else and their gift. Don't worry about the apple tree is not out there looking over there at the plum tree talking about, oh, they got some nice plums over there. I think I'm finna drop all these apples and start trying to grow me some plums. It sounds crazy when you think about it like that, don't it? Well, that's how crazy you look. Trying to look over there at such and such, looking over there at Betty Sue and them talking about, well, Betty Sue knows she can sing. Well, singing ain't your gift. That ain't what you were born to do. You got to do what you was born to do. That's where your greatness is. You ain't going to never be great because you worry about Betty Sue and her gift. You worry about Billy Joe and them and their gift. Worry about your gift. Y'all get what I'm saying? You got to get into your gift. That's where your greatness is. You got to take your eyes off of everybody else. It ain't that I'm hateful. It's that I'm faithful. Okay? You got to take your eyes off of everybody else. You got to worry about you. You got to manifest your gift. Because people are not looking for you. They're looking for your gift. And I'm going to close out with this. If you never manifest your gift, you're going to be just like everybody else. If that tree don't never bear no fruit, you ain't going to never stop and admire and get nothing from that tree. You're going to pass right on by that tree because you're going to look at that tree and think, well, that's just another tree. Because it ain't never grow no fruit. It never grew any fruit. So you're going to look at that tree and you're not going to see any significance in that tree. It's going to be just like all the other trees. And if you never manifest your gift, if you never do what you was born to do, if you don't take all of your energy and all your power and you put it on what you was born to do, and you manifest that thing, that means you become great at what you was born to do. You become great at it. You study it. You work on it day and night. And you become great at it. Until you do that, the world will continue to ignore you. The world will ignore you. Because when they see you, they don't see no fruit. You just another tree. You're just another tree. You just like everybody else. So if you never manifest your gift, that's fine. You ain't got to worry about nothing I'm saying. You ain't got to worry about nothing I'm talking about. You can sit up there and say, well, Toya don't know what she talking about. Who's she supposed to be? Why she done got into all this stuff all of a sudden? Because I woke up to my gift. Now you better wake up to yours. And you better get into it. You better get into it. Because if you never do that, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to live a basic life. You're going to live a mediocre life. You're going to be average. You're just going to be a part of the masses. You're going to be just like everybody else. You're going to live a defeated life. You're going to work on a job that you hate. You're going to retire. And then you're going to die. And then we're going to bury you. And then the only way that the world going to know that you was here is because you got a tombstone. That's it. Because I'm here to tell you that about a week after you gone, they ain't even talking about you no more. When you first die, it's all over the news. It's all over the media. It's all over social media. Everybody got they screenshot text messages from what they had from you 5 years ago. Everybody got their conversations that they done had with you. You know what I'm saying? They probably ain't never talked to you ever again in their life, but they gonna share that one conversation that they had with you. Y'all know how people do. Everybody got a story about you when you die. That's the first week. Give it another week. They ain't even talking about you no more. Them folks ain't worried about you. You just dead and gone. And they ain't worried about you. And why? It's because you was just another tree. You ain't never manifest. You never manifested your fruit. You never manifested your gift. So you just another tree. There was nothing significant about you. That's why they only talk about you for a week after you die. And then they don't talk about you no more. But see, when you work day and night on your gift and you manifest your gift, God done told some of y'all to write a book. God said, write a book. Write that book. Write that poetry. Start that restaurant. God been telling y'all to do this stuff, but you won't do it because you're scared. You won't do it. God has not given you the spirit of fear. Okay, the blessing ain't in a job. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not in the job. Because you helping somebody else bring their vision together. You helping somebody else bring they dream together. But what about your dream? Because if you never live your dream, when you die, we going to talk about you for a week. And we ain't going to talk about you no more. Because you ain't do nothing when you was here. You ain't do nothing significant. You ain't do nothing. You only thought about yourself. You only worked to take care of you and yours. And you never gave any value to anybody. You never wrote anything down. We don't even have anything to read from you. We don't even know your thoughts. We don't know anything about you. That's why you got to write that book, love. Because when you dead and gone, that book is still going to be going on. Your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren that you never met, they're going to read that book and they're going to know your thoughts. They're going to know the thoughts of their grandfather. They're going to know the thoughts of their grandmother. They're going to see that their grandmama lived a great life. But they'll never know that if you don't manifest yourself. I love y'all so very much. Always remember, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. With God, all things are possible. Until next time, guys, manifest your gift.